turn off. How was the feedback so far?
Of the tournament itself?
In terms of the commentary? Yes. We're now within 15 minutes of the first half of this match. We're here at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall, and Trinidad and Tobago is attempting to break this deadlock of a score of 0-0. Good job here by the Trinidad goalkeeper to stop the progress of the Guyanese who are trying to get this first goal, this elusive first goal. So this afternoon, joining you is Mr. Troy Peters, and my name is Nicholas Fraser, and we'll be carrying you through this game of Trinidad and Tobago versus Guyana.
So we're just trying to solve some technical difficulties, but it's Guyana in possession here, and so three substitutions being made there as Guyana tried to build momentum, but it's Trinidad winning it and coming out with number 7. That's Jordan Vera, and an infringement call against the Guyana team. So in fact it's a long corner signaled by the umpire. So Trinidad will build up just about the halfway line, and the ball comes to Eccles. Eccles sends back and it goes through, and it's one again there by Eccles, who comes forward, and the infringement call against number 4, Trinidad and Tobago. The Gans. The goal disallowed there by the umpire. Jason DeSantos that time made an attempt, but he was on the ground as he tried to make the play, and the umpire signal that the goal was disallowed. So looks like a third-party obstruction there as the ball comes back out to Eccles, the sturdy right defender for Trinidad and Tobago. He plays off the board, I call the 7th player on the court for Trinidad and Tobago. Very essential part of this game. When you can utilize the board effectively.
Yes, and he used it very well there to get past the defender and attempt to go down the line.
So the Trinidad and Tobago securing their first corner of the match, first penalty corner. And looks like Emmanuel who will take the push out.
So the Guyana team there getting the protective gear on and getting ready for this short corner.
So the chant of defense, defense from the Guyana supporters, they would like this score line to remain as it is at the moment. So it's Emmanuel who will take the push out to the stopper, and the flick goes and Guyana wins it, but Trinidad and Tobago wins it back. So they will try to build up on the right side. Began sends it over now to Eccles, who makes a reverse pass, and another penalty corner signal there by the umpire. So the pressure's on here with just about 10 minutes of play. So Medroy Scotland, the goalkeeper, is making his debut in this tournament. And we also have the experienced Anthony Cole, who has had 8 international caps. So the very young Medroy Scotland showing what he's worth here as he tries to protect the Guyana goal. So the umpire is ensuring that he's properly geared up. Looks like he's a bit exhausted. I know the heat in the sports hall at this hour of the day could be very demanding on the players, but
yes, and with all of the equipment and all the protective
that's
gear
right.
he has on, that would cause some heat. All right, looks like a penalty here.
Yeah, I'm sure the umpires would, the goalkeepers would prefer to have a fan blowing inside of their kit. The ball now comes out, and the flick in, but it goes wide out to the right side.
So Guyana will now get the ball, and they're going to make a few substitutions. Looks like the entire team is being substituted. So a new fresh 5 will be on the field for Guyana now. We're approaching the 9:30 mark in this game, so 9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. And it is still a goalless game.
So the Guyana team playing very deep and very good board work, I would say, not stick work, but board work from the number 10 for Guyana. That's Asana, very young but experienced player, would have represented Guyana 5 times internationally. So we're having a team that looks very aggressive here, but the infringement goes against the Guyana team. So it's Eccles.
The pace has picked up a bit. And the Trinidad they're now going to bring on some fresh legs. Looks like they're going to be subbing everyone except the Gens. So 4 fresh new players for Trinidad side as they try to counteract the substitutions that Guyana made earlier. Toussaint trying to make a move on the right side.
To Asana, sent the ball up court, intercepted there by Asana once again. Very good defensive play there by the Guyana team. Ball coming nicely off the board and a square pass in no man's land, but intercepted once again, and they shot a goal by France going wide of the mark. In fact, the umpire blowing for an infringement. The ball going a little too high there, and the Gaines now controlling in defense as Trinidad and Tobago comes away.
This is proving to be a pretty exciting game, even though it is scoreless.
So Mackenzie playing the right back for the Guyana team, and number 3, Chester, Hilton Chester, is double team.
Chester is a young player coming out of St. Stanislaus, where we have a program started there. He's one of the young recruits.
So Mackenzie in possession, and a little bubble there, and the whistle will go.
So it's a turnover.
Trinidad and Tobago, a reverse flickered goal on the left side, just hitting the side of the goal post as Mackenzie now. Guyana is playing very, very deep. And Mackenzie now winning back possession, sent it up. And intercepted there. The gain sent it forward, but looks like it will run off court. And so the score still 0-0 with just about 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Oh, big play. And very good pass. Very good defending there by young Scotland. And this could be dangerous for Guyana. Could it be? Yeah, the umpire indicated that yes, there was an infringement in the circle. It looked like it came off the foot. Yeah, to be a penalty corner. And so the crowd got involved in it because the crowd would have thought that it was inside the circle. That's right. Now the umpires have indicated that it was an infringement just outside the circle, and so Guyana will have the ball. Well, actually, one umpire is just behind the play and the other one is a little distant. So both of them would have been unable to judge that particular play, but the spectators very more closer to the action would have seen that ball went into, was it played in the circle in itself. But it's Trinidad and Tobago taking possession. And again sends it forward now. And a nice little turn there, but Mackenzie is equal to the task as he defends well and comes forward. And this could be an opportunity for Guyana here as the ball comes off for a long corner. So look like number 13 will be cautioned there. Panchan will be cautioned by the umpire. So things are getting interesting now. Trinidad and Tobago calls a timeout. 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. So they'll have an opportunity now to kind of regroup and see if they can plan for their first goal in the match. Guyana, of course, they're doing pretty well. I find that they're playing a little deep, kind of trying to pick and choose when to move forward. Trinidad and Tobago, they seem to be able to advance a bit more easily than the Guyana team. So from my eyes, I think that it feels as though they are controlling the game a little bit better than the Guyana team. Yeah, well, they're having more ball possession and they're passing the ball around. What we find is that the Guyana team is more prepared to counter-attack. And even in defense, they're not double teaming as is expected, to close the players down much earlier. So it's a one-on-one basically applied. And I realize that both male and female teams for Guyana playing with the same system where they fight more for man-to-man marking than actually double teaming and closing down plays. All right, so we're going to restart after that timeout. Just about 5 minutes remaining in this match. And there's a poor pass by the Guyana side, picked up one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but he wasn't able to keep the ball down. So Scotland is really having a very good afternoon so far. Yes. I rather suspect he played the first match for Guyana as well and did very well in the goal. So the gains, and looks like the captain of the Guyana team, Robert France, another experienced player with 11 caps. And so the ball went out of play, and Simon is back on the court, Jeremy Simon, and Marvin Damant, who is one of the overseas base players, send it through. I think Damant is the only overseas base player who's playing on this team in this tournament. He's playing through Canada, is it? I think he's in the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom. Right, so he flew in for this tournament. So we have the goal-getter Bradford, the man who has the goal stick. Always know how to get that ball at the back of the net. He's wearing the number 7 shirt as Damat. Danet takes possession, and once again the Guyana defense playing very, very deep. The ball comes forward, and A nice little move there by the Trinidadian player. Comes off the board is number 9. Sends it off. A weak attempt either to make a pass or a shot at goal, but the reverse pass never came off. So it's Guyana who will take the push there. Ball going through the center, and it's not always a wise thing to send the ball there because it leaves your entire defense. I know nowadays we try as much as possible to use the sides and the boards
to advance
until you get over the halfway line, but to try that play so early, it creates a problem if the play breaks down because sometimes you only have 2 defenders and the rest of the players just over the line. So
yes.
It's not a very wise play, but
particularly since they lost the ball. So Trinidad and Tobago now trying, and the attempt is blocked by Scotland. Trinidad gets to restart the play, and a steal there. As Guyana comes down, good stop by the Trinidad goalkeeper.
So the clock is winding down with 1 minute 59 seconds remaining in the first half, and another timeout called. So is it a breathing timeout because we only have just about 2 minutes remaining in the match, or is it a case of trying to strategize to pull a goal before the final whistle? Yeah.
So yes, we do have another half to play. It's still scoreless here in the first half, and the Guyana team they seem to be, as you were saying, we were saying earlier in the first time out, that they seem to like to counterattack, and so I just saw 2 very good plays down there, 2 very good attempts on goal. The Trinidad goalkeeper was good enough to stop the plays. Number 2 from Trinidad and Tobago, Alexander, he's having another good game in goal. So 2 minutes to go almost, and we're going to see if we can have a goal scored before the half.
Simon going down very lackadaisical that time.
the defensive attempt.
Yeah.
So that now results in Trinidad and Tobago having a very good opportunity to get their team on the scoreboard. So just about a minute and a half remaining in this game, and they're setting up for their penalty corner. The Guyana boys are getting ready as well.
The ball comes out. And a very good save there once again by Scotland. And the counter-attack there. Sometimes they say more haste is less speed. Guyana had the opportunity for a fast break, but really didn't make use of the opportunity as France takes a shot, and it's a corner there for Guyana with the seconds counting down.
It appears there that that Eccles used the other side of the stick, and so the umpire stopped play and awarded the penalty to the Guyana team because that was inside of the half circle.
It's a penalty corner.
Penalty corner.
Yeah, that's right. So now this could be the opportunity that the Guyana team is looking for France to take the push out.
It looks as though time will run out, but this play will continue even if the horn blows, right? So time has run out on this first half, but because it's a penalty corner, they will be allowed to continue for this play.
And Guyana will also utilize all their players except the goalkeeper on the circle. Another weak attempt. And that's the end of the first half. The umpire will blow the whistle there to call the end of play for the first half. So, 0-all score here. Very entertaining match so far. And both teams living up to the hype that this game brings.
Yes. For all of the viewers who are watching this game, those from other countries, estamos aquí en Guyana, en el Cliff Anderson Sports Hall. Hay un encuentro ahora entre Trinidad y Tobago y Guyana, y estamos a la mitad del juego y nadie ha metido ningún gol hasta ahora. Entonces, hay 5 minutos hasta la otra mitad. Vamos a tomar un descanso y volvamos. So we'll have a little rest now, 5-minute break until the second half, and we hope to see you again after this short break.
I know what it was on him, and the ball beat the goalkeeper right on the near post. So
Yes.
so both the defense and goalkeeper should be blamed for that particular blunder. So Trinidad and Tobago now scoring with 5 minutes into the second half, and an opportunity that should not have been for Guyana because the gains was unmarked there. And three players were in the center of the field, and he was unmarked. And
So
shot a goal.
also very good that the Trinidad team will have seen the gains unmarked in the corner and gotten the ball to him. So it seems as though the pendulum is swinging now in favor of Trinidad and Tobago. They are now going to have another opportunity to get another goal on the scoreboard. The Guyana team will now have to prepare to defend the short corner, penalty corner.
So Alexander had been efficient all afternoon, but just that one blunder, that's an error that any goalkeeper would dread to be beaten on the near post when you're supposed to be covering that particular angle. But
So Trinidad and Tobago now preparing for this penalty corner. It looks like the Guyana team, the goalkeeper was not ready and asked for some time.
I know, and the Trinidad and Tobago goalkeeper may look for that opportunity to get a little breather. It's very hot for the goalkeepers here.
All right, so the Guyana team now ready. And just on the goal line,
Penalty stroke called by the umpire as France was struck on the goal line in trying to defend, struck on his boot in trying to defend there. So a penalty stroke called against Guyana. So the Trinidad and Tobago with the opportunity of scoring their second goal as we see number 20 stepping up. That's Jordan Reynolds. And let's see what Ron Alexander has up his sleeve here in goal for Guyana. Went down, went right, but was beaten there right on the post. So Trinidad and Tobago leading here by 2-0 with the second goal coming from Jordan Reynolds.
Scotland was a bit late getting down to get his stick in the way of that ball, and the ball just went past his stick and into the goal. So Trinidad, 2 quick goals within 2 minutes, and they're in control of the game, 2-0.
Yeah, well, a high mountain for the Guyana team to climb now. They will have to at least get 1 back, then get 2 back, and then get a 3rd goal if they want to win this game. But they will have to continue to show a little more purpose in defense and try to keep their composure as well, because it's not lost. They still have a lot of time left in this match. But the goal scorer for Trinidad is as Bradford comes forward there. Trinidad and Tobago wins it, and they come forward there, and won there by Simon, the sturdy and experienced defender for Guyana. And he's looking for his players now as the ball comes out now to Hassana, and a little push there, so Guyana wins it, and so back to Simon, and nobody there off the board. We always had a man lurking there nowadays of hockey.
Right, on the wing there, yes.
That's right.
So the Trinidad and Tobago team now recover possession, and they will start. Guyana trying to dispossess Trinidad. Scooping shot there from Trinidad. A scuffle in front of the goal, but the goalkeeper does his best to stay within the way of the ball getting to the goal, and does very good to keep the score from getting to 3-0. So still 2-0 in favor of Trinidad as the goalkeeper is advancing out of goal to defend. There's a bit of a counter-attack, a 1-on-2. He is dispossessed, and Trinidad and Tobago now able to get another penalty corner as they pass the ball, and number 9 for Guyana, Simon, got his foot in the way of the pass, and so it came off of his shoe, and the Guyana team will now have to defend.
Well, let's see if the call will be disallowed, because the umpire is seeking some advice from the on-the-ball umpire, seeking advice from his umpire. So it goes against Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
Very good, because the ball rose into the circle. So
okay, although he got hit in the circle, the ball was played from outside of the circle.
Yes, it was raised from outside of the circle.
Okay.
So done it, and ball started from the wrong spot.
The umpire trying to make sure that the teams restart the match from the correct spot. So Guyana now going up the wing. Nice pass, but an infraction occurred, and Trinidad and Tobago will now start again with 11 minutes remaining in this match. Guyana need to do something soon. We're seeing some teams score goals consecutively, and so you'd hope to see Guyana score one and able to immediately score a few others to regain some semblance of authority in this match.
I think what is also happening is that when the Guyana try to rush their plays to get the ball up quickly, they're fumbling a lot. So we're not getting a free flow when they gain possession and try to make quick plays. You're not getting the ball under control properly. They try to rush the play and not having proper possession. So it will be a corner there, a penalty corner in favor of the Guyana team, and let's hope that they will be able to capitalize on this opportunity. The captain, Robert France, going forward to take the push out, and 3 players. We have Branford on top the circle. We have Danette on top the circle, and we also have Asana on top the circle. Let's see what is going to happen here now. Nice little another penalty corner, the flick on goal, and the infringement call against Emmanuel for Trinidad and Tobago. So very nice little deception there from the Guyana team. That push out was a little deceptive, and I in fact was relating to Trisha, who was co-commentating with me last evening. We had a player who used to pull the ball almost half the circle and shoot at goal.
All right.
When the play is taken from the left side. He would drag that ball almost half the circle. Just have two players on top of the circle.
Trying to get around the goalkeeper there. The goalkeeper is out of position, and Guyana unable to get a shot off.
So raised ball.
Now, France had a very good game the last game. The captain of the Guyana team, he scored 3 goals in a match against Barbados, and we won that first match 5 goals to 4. So France, we're hoping will be able to pull this game back, along with the other goal scorers in that first game, Chester and Asana.
Well, I think that the Guyana team would have to take chances now. They're trying to play too defensive, and they'll have to take chances to get back into this game.
All right, earlier you were commenting that you'd like to see them build the possession a bit more, do a little bit more passing, and to get into the opposing side. So you're considering now that maybe they should start to do longer passes.
Yeah, because if you look at France, where he is, right, this is the main striker, and he's very, very deep in defense. So even a counter-attack, he will have to wait for support because he's very, very deep in defense right now. So they will have to take chances if they need to get back into this game. So
less than 8 minutes remaining in this match, and co-commentator here saying that they need to start pushing and trying to take some chances on the offense. Trinidad able to dribble the Guyana team
Well,
off of the
that
upright.
one would have hurt. That one would have hurt. A very loose ball running loosely across the field. No defenders. The goalkeeper beaten. And
That was Pierre taking on Mackenzie on the side there, using the side of the field very, very effectively and dribbling down and getting a reverse shot onto the upright. That was the right upright. And the ball went off. So Guyana will now have possession.
Sadanet sends the ball over to Mackenzie. And you see now, everyone is hiding now. We need to get the combinations going. And see, they should be pressing a little more at the top to try to force to break the Trinidadians down. But Mackenzie now sends it across. And the ball raising. I think it was a little tough call on the umpire's part there. Looked like it ballooned off of the player's boot. But it's Trinidad and Tobago on the left side now. And the player losing possession.
That's Toussaint unable to control the ball in the baseline. It goes off. And again, Guyana returns the favor by putting the ball out of bounds, unable to control it. We really have to ensure that we get these crisp reception and passes done.
I think it is time the coach call a timeout to get the team, give them a little briefing on what should be happening now.
All right, so it's 6 minutes remaining in this match.
Very good pass. And we have at least 3 players up, but number 10, Asana, couldn't keep it in play as one of the Trinidadian players going down there. Looks like number 13, Panchan. And
there didn't seem to be any contact between the players, but he did go down pretty hard.
Yeah.
Maybe he slipped. And
they will have a little mopping up to do on that particular part of the court before play resumes.
And he also seems to be in a bit of pain. He's getting up, which is good news, as the Guyana team take the opportunity to strategize a bit at center court.
Well, it was the break that they needed. Let's hope that they get things going now.
All right, so in that huddle just now, we had all of the Guyana players.
Because I was calling for a timeout from the coach, but it happened due to an unfortunate incident, but it was good that the players had the opportunity to come together to speak to each other and try to get their momentum going once again.
All right, so the Trinidad player is now was taken off of the field. Another player replaced him, and play has resumed. Para los que están escuchando desde Facebook, estamos viendo el juego entre Trinidad y Tobago y Guyana. Trinidad y Tobago tiene 2 goles y Guyana tiene 0 goles. Entonces, el juego ahora con 5 minutos que quedan, vamos a ver si Trinidad y Tobago puede continuar con su forma y ganar su juego. So now we have the Guyana team in possession again.
Oh, so
that's the goal scorer in the first game, Asana. With an attempt on goal, but he just left of the goal. We're now approaching 4.5 minutes to play. Trinidad with a good cross there, but the Guyanans unable to control the pass.
we're just not making good use of the quick breaks, the Guyana team. So once again, another turnover by Asano.
Oh, and he was given too much space there to receive the ball in the circle, but they quickly dispossess him. And the Trinidad team trying to stop him from being able to clear the ball from the corner.
He's locked
The Guyans now gets the ball in the corner.
Well, he's actually winding down the clock as well.
All right,
and he will get a card for dissent and will be sent off. I think the umpire wanted to give him that card earlier. But in the momentum of play, because he actually struck the court with a stick. But his second time dissenting caused that green card.
Earlier in the game, the Guyans did hit onto the side board.
A very temperamental player.
Yes, when he was unable to control the ball running down the right flank. This time, he was unable to receive a very good pass across the center, which could have resulted in a goal, and he was very visually upset with himself.
Yeah.
So the umpire there cautioning him, because that was the second time that he had reacted in such a manner. And so immediately the Guyana team calls a timeout, and they're currently discussing the strategy for the remaining 3 minutes and 30 seconds of this game. So some changes made. We have on court now the young goal scorer from the first game, Chester, who is going to be playing up front. Why does he have a different color shirt?
Because he's playing in a position we call a kicker back. The goalkeeper is off the field.
The goalkeeper is off, so
yes, so he will.
Maybe you can explain why it is that he's wearing a different colored shirt from the rest of the Guyana team.
Because he is now substituting as the goalkeeper. I don't know the reason why the goalkeeper is off the field, because I didn't see any infringement or anything. Maybe it's exhaustion, but we now see Guyana playing with a kicker back, as we call it. I don't know if there's a new name for it now, but that's a name that we always called the person who, and you leave you open for anything to happen, right? Because you don't have the protective gear. In a penalty corner, you'll have to wear the helmet.
All right, so the Guyana team is now trying to get the kicker back off.
So I didn't see what happened there. Yes, it was definitely a 30-second breather for the goalkeeper.
So Trinidad and Tobago unable to capitalize.
Two players are off right now. One with a green card and one with a yellow. So Guyana with numbers on the field, and Eccles, the captain of the Trinidad and Tobago team, trying to get past 3 players. So Trinidad play with only 4 players on court right now, 2 being on the bench. Disciplined, one with a yellow card and the other with a green.
So there are only 3 players playing in the field with the goalkeeper.
So this is a good time for Guyana to capitalize on this opportunity. One of the players may come onto the field. Yes, he's back.
He's back,
yeah. Yep. Because he was substituted off the bench. So Guyana not making use of the opportunity with 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in this match. A game with high expectations for the Guyana fans and the Guyana team, but we still have a little time, and in indoor hockey, 2 goals could score in 2 seconds, in less than a minute.
All right, so we're now coming up on 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The Guyana team trying to push the play now.
But we now see the urgency, something that should have been done a few minutes ago.
Very good defense there by the Guyana team, trying to get the ball back from the Trinidad players. We're seeing some amount of urgency now. Chester now dispossessed. That was a play there that we could not afford, where Trinidad almost got a one-on-one opportunity to score. Now the
Well, a
Guyana,
very weak stick control created that particular situation. But understanding the telegraph in the
now
pass.
there's a 1-0. Very good work there by the goalkeeper. But the number 4 player for Guyana, Mackenzie, was unable to clear the ball, and in so doing, allowed Toussaint to grab the ball and make a quick shot.
Well, in this game, the best place to clear the ball is off the side. And they tried to pass it back down the center, and that created that particular opportunity for Trinidad and Tobago. The ball should have been played towards the board. That's the reason why you have the boards. Play it off the boards and get that opportunity, get it out.
So instead of being able to capitalize on the advantages that they just had, we are now down 3-0 against Trinidad and Tobago with just about 30 seconds left in this match. We're having some very good pass, very good attempt there from number 7, Bradford, trying to get the scoreboard ticking over for the Guyana team. Now Trinidad with a counter-attack. And a wonderful pass inside to the Jordan Vera, who's had a good match. He was able to easily guide the ball into the goal with a very good pass here from the wing on Reynolds.
Well, a tough defeat for the Guyana team today. A very, very tough defeat. They started fairly well, but after, I think, the first 2 goals should not have been. And when we look at the other 2 opportunities that Trinidad and Tobago received afterwards, really tell that at that time the game was started to move away from Guyana. Because when they really started to counter-attack, when they really started to press, was in the last minute of play. And maybe they would have had the opportunities much earlier to get goals and then be able to defend later down to the bottom. But they took the opportunity with 1 minute remaining, right? And that's when the chance. That's when the other 2 goals came. Right.
Yeah. So and there were some goals that we saw where there was a momentary lapse in defense in the Guyana team, allowing the players to receive the ball deep in the circle and having some easy shots.
Yeah.
So Trinidad and Tobago there, we must say, did play a better game. They came out and defended well. They had more possession than Guyana, and Guyana was unable to implement some of their strategies of trying to counter-attack. So we will now hand over to the presentation, and we will be back just before the beginning of our next match.